What's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with, I need to turn this just a little bit. Just a second. This little thing. Yeah. There we go. It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with another video. I hope you guys are enjoying the start to your weekend. Today is Friday. I hope to have this video up as soon as possible. I got three main topics that we would like to discuss today. If you're watching the Skorpion Show for the first time, please make sure that you click the subscribe button. Also, to everyone watching, please click the like button. I hope we get at least like 1,000 likes for this video. I'm just going for 1,000 likes. So if you're watching, click the thumbs up button. If you click the thumbs up button and you later don't like what we say in the video, go ahead and click the thumbs down button. Just go ahead and do what you gotta do.
Just click what you gotta do.
Just watch. Yes. Also, I want to say thank you because there were a lot of people who donated to AIDS Walk Philly and to Team Skorpion Show, and I think we raised about $300.
Oh wow! And your goal is 1,000, right?
Yes. So I want to just start this video off by thanking those who donated, and I'm going to just call your name out and just, you know, thank you for your donations. Starting with Octavia Villafana, Carmen Espinoza, Lynette Kelly, shout out to Lynette. Portia Choice, Tamika Johnson, shout out to Tamika. Andrea Dukes, Janaea Wesley Shanks, Ursula Randalls, Denisha Warfield, Jennifer Wiltz, Carla Anderson, Shari Craig, and Deshauna Townsend. Thank you all so much for donating to AIDS Walk Philly and to Team Skorpion Show. If you are living in the Philadelphia area and you would like to do the walk with me on October 21st, that's the date, October 21st. It starts at 9 a.m. and you can meet me on the steps of the Philadelphia Art Museum. Now, normally I'll be all behind schedule, but I'm going to get to the steps at 8 o'clock. I'm going to be there at 8 a.m. and I'm not going to start walking until 9 a.m. So if you would like to join the team, the link is inside the more info box. It's Team Skorpion Show, and our team number is 4390 if you would like to register to walk with Team Skorpion Show. So I only have one person that has registered to walk, and that's Kareem. So shout out to you, Kareem, for doing the walk. And I know Tamika normally does the walk, but right now, you know, she's carrying the baby. Congratulations to her. So I'm not expecting to see her this year. But if she do the walk, I'm like, girl, stay home. Just stay home. You know, you come every year. Stay home.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Yes,
she's
it
still
is.
early.
Yeah. I know she's due soon. I think.
Is she really? Well, at the cookout, she looks small.
Yes.
She looks very small at the cookout.
Yes, I'm so excited for her. I think this is the first time we talked about it on camera. And Tamika is someone I could close this.
Well, first of all, when she told me, I was just like, I did not see it at all.
Yeah.
Like her belly is not big at all. So I was shocked when she said she was pregnant. That's why it don't seem like she's far along.
Yeah, and she told me at the concert, but I didn't tell you. So that's why I was like, go over there and find her, and you couldn't find her.
I went all the way over there and couldn't find her.
Yeah.
All the way over there. I think you gave me the wrong section.
No, it was the next section over.
Because there's no reason how I couldn't find her. And the lights were still on and it was still daytime.
Maybe they was all jamming at DJ Khaled and you just couldn't find it. I don't know.
I mean, I went all the way down the steps and they came all the way back up the steps and I still didn't see her.
Yeah, but shout out to Tamika, and she's one of our supporters that's like a day one supporter that anytime we have anything going on, she always shows up and she always supports. And you are nasty.
Sorry, Tamika.
You are so nasty.
That was for the baby.
Nice.
It was for me and the baby. It's not going to sing. What are you doing? It's not going to sing.
Yes, it is. Bitch, that was loud. Because I have those kinds sometimes. So I knuckle. I knuckle. But, ooh, girl. Mikkel. Oh my God. That is nasty. Open that door. Mikkel, you need a laxative.
I do. What was that?
That is nasty. My God.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
No, I ain't no one of them people. But yeah, so shout out to Tamika and shout out to everyone.
Goodness, what did I eat?
I don't know. Somebody went back there.
Don't you blame me.
Disappointed.
Oh no.
So if you would like to donate to the Ace Walk team, I'm asking everyone who watch our video to donate $10. I'm asking everyone to donate $10. If you can, please donate $10. Some of y'all have been donating more than $10, and I'm grateful. But I'm just asking everyone to donate $10, and the goal is just $1,000.
You're like at $600 more, right?
Yes.
That you need.
Yeah.
600 and something.
Yeah. So
that's good.
Yeah, I just can't.
And the walk is when, October what?
October 21st.
Oh, 20th.
October 21st.
You'll
In 3
get
weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's move on. It's been a lot going on. You know, yesterday, the whole America was watching.
Yes, everybody was watching.
Yes, Dr. Christine Blasey Ford testify in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee yesterday about an attack that she says happened to her 36 years ago by Brett Kavanaugh and a friend Mark Judge. She was able to remember some things, but she wasn't able to remember certain other things. But to me, and to a lot of people, she gave a very credible testimony yesterday. And I just have to say, anyone who has been sexually assaulted has the right to talk about it whenever they choose to talk about it. And it's a shame that we have people, including women, who say, well, why would you wait so long to say something? And this is why people wait or never say anything. They tend to agree with them because so many people don't believe them. Some people think that they have an agenda, or you know, just some people just be like, oh, well, you should have told somebody. And you know, the worst thing is that I know several friends, I'm talking about girlfriends, who have told me something had happened to them, and this is by someone they know. And when you tell somebody, especially your parent, they're not even believed. So it's like no matter how long you tell or wait to tell, you're still not even believed by your own parents. You're not believed by certain people, or they be like, oh, you just making that up because you don't like him. You know, it'd be a lot of, it's just a lot of stuff going on. We teach our children to say something, and when they do, they're never believed. And that could be in the home, and that could be in politics. It could be at the job. If someone say he touched me, but then it's your word against his word. This is why a lot of people stay silent and keep it to themselves, and it can affect all kinds of relationships. And that woman spoke about how she could be claustrophobic, how she was saying that she wanted a second door to her home, to her home, and people was like, what are you doing? Like, why would you want to do that? And she went to therapy with her husband. When she finally revealed these things, she was very credible. And let me tell you something, they listed all of her accomplishments, all of her, this award, this degree, that degree. And she's a professor. Why would she risk it all just to stop Mark Kavanaugh?
But you know what?
Judge Kavanaugh.
But you know what? That part didn't really mean anything to me, the whole awards thing, because you don't even have to have an award to be credible or to risk anything. I think that the part that really got me was when she said how this was 36 years ago, and this woman could have easily said that this man raped her. And there would be no proof of it because it was so long ago. But the fact that she made it clear, he did not rape me during the hearing, but he did sexually assault me. And I felt violated by him doing that. I said to myself, she had every opportunity to lie, basically, and said, you know what, he did rape me. But she said, no, he didn't rape me, but he did sexually assault me. He pinned me down on the bed. He started grinding on me. He started trying to
cover her mouth,
cover my mouth, trying to take my clothes off. He did sexually assault me. And it's like, I'm thinking to myself, why would somebody lie about something? Now, granted, you have a lot of people out there that will lie. They're cuckoo in the head and they will lie. But I'm saying to myself, I can't even see someone even going that far to lie just to say somebody tried to rip my clothes off, but not say they raped me. You know what I mean? And then you got a family. You got kids of your own. You have a husband. I I just can't see that. Now, I watched a little bit of her testimony because I had just came home from work, and so I was tired. So I didn't really get to see his until I woke up and they were showing replaying clips. And I was just like, is this man okay? But then I said to myself, he's angry.
Yeah.
He's angry because I didn't look at it as he's angry because he's guilty, like a lot of people did. I looked at it as he's angry because he's being accused of something and he's trying to, and that's just the anger coming out. You know what I mean?
It's something that he doesn't recall. Or didn't happen.
Yeah.
But
so because I know for a fact, let me just say this. I saw a lot of people saying that, you know, that was guilt and his anger, and I said to myself, I can't really say that was guilt and his anger, because I think if I was accused of something that I didn't do, I would probably be the same way. Like, how fucking dare you accuse me of something like that? But nevertheless, I believe her more than I believe him. Yep. Because you got some people saying, oh no, he was this good guy, and then you got some people saying, like, how dare he say he was a good guy?
But he was a drunk.
Yeah, but he was a drunk. Yeah, he was a drunk. And for him to say that he wasn't a drunk, like they said, one roommate said he could get drunk with the best of them. And for him to say he didn't get drunk, and when he started saying all that, oh, I was too busy with schoolwork and basketball to do too much drinking, I'm saying to myself, you were in college. Are you kidding me? You had a good time.
Yeah. But he's been drinking since high school. He was 15 years old, but he was probably
drinking that early.
Yeah, very early.
A lot of them. Yeah, and we know. You know what a lot of them.
Let me tell you something. Wasn't that time?
Because I tell you something, we couldn't do that.
Yeah, I know people that got high.
Yeah, got high.
But I don't know nobody that drunk.
No. See, we were getting high at that age, sneaking and getting high. But drinking?
Oh no.
No. See, because you couldn't hide that drunkenness. You could hide the high.
The smell.
Yeah. You could hide the high because all you had to say was I'm tired. But the drunkenness, you couldn't hide that. So no. We wasn't doing that. But them, all that drinking in a minute.
Yeah, so
and then listen, they'll drink, then get drunk, and then tell you shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
He's one of those people. And you know,
you ain't gonna tell me shut the fuck up.
I really wanted to hear Kavanaugh's side. But you know what sealed it for me? When she took the lie detector test. Yeah. And it proved that she was very credible. And
he said that he didn't want to take it.
He don't want to take a lie detector test. He doesn't want the FBI to investigate. Now, this is my thing about the FBI investigating. If I call Sue and be like, Sue, you remember, she might remember. But if Sue can't testify on my behalf, you know, what good is it to have this hearing? Because now it's my word against his. But when you have credible witnesses to what happened, it can really shape, you know, the way people think about it. And those people that's on the Senate Judiciary Committee. Yeah. But I feel like with the FBI, even though the FBI would not give you their opinions on the information they collected, you can learn a lot from the probing that was done to about what happened or what kind of person that Brett Kavanaugh is and what kind of person that Christine Ford is. Yeah. You know, so all of this, you know, I understand why they're rushing this through. Right. They are rushing this through because a blue wave is coming. Yes. And if the Democrats win the Senate and the House in November, well, yeah, but more so the Senate because the Senate votes on the Supreme Court. So if they get more people, if they win more Senate seats with the Democrats, then they can block President Trump's all of his nominees, and the Supreme Court can sit with a vacant seat for the next 2 years.
Because I slowly think that Ruth Bader Ginsburg is, but I don't think
she's going to either die or she's going to stay there.
No, but I don't think she's going to leave while Trump's in office. No. She's too smart for that.
Yeah, she'll leave when if we win the presidency in 2020.
Then she'll leave. Yeah, then she'll leave.
Yeah, because then we talk about another 30 years or 40 years, whoever.
Because she's close to 90
to be a judge. Yes,
she's like 85.
Yeah, she's close to 90. Yeah, she's 85.
Yeah,
she had oh my God, this is documentary.
See, and then I still haven't seen it.
It's so good. Yeah. It's so good. It's so good. Y'all have to check it out. It's called RBJ. So this is why they are rushing to get this man in there. I know if you probably don't pay attention to politics, you probably don't know or understand why it's a big fight for what's going on. And we all know how when Barack Obama nominated Merrick Garland, he was not heard from anybody. They didn't even meet with him. So now they figure like, oh, it's been done to us. Now everyone, all everyone, oh, this is a miscarriage of justice. This, why are they doing this? But first of all, you're rushing a man who y'all only gave 10% of his documents. So that means 90% of his documents of what kind of work he did or what kind of work he did as a judge and rulings in the White House while he was working in the White House. We don't see none of that. You're hiding things and y'all trying to run him right on through without him being fully vetted as a Supreme Court nominee, and we have never seen anything like this. And this is why a lot of people are upset about it, and this is why they think that Blase Ford coming through is just another attempt to delay the process. But she wrote, when she found out that Brett Kavanaugh was on the short list of President Trump's nominees, she wrote that letter.
And not to mention the fact that she mentioned this to her family back in 2012, before Donald Trump was even president.
Yes. Yep.
So this is not something that just came about this summer. This is something that she said back in 2012. What was that, like 6 years ago?
6 years ago.
Before Donald Trump was even president.
Yep. But when she found out, she's like, I figured they should know. But she didn't want anyone to know who she was, because then she said her emails were hacked. People are calling and threatening her family, her life. She had to move out of her home. She's around with security. Why would anyone risk all of that?
Right.
To lie.
And then like I said, she has 2 sons. Like, come on. Like they were talking. Ted Cruz was talking about Brett Kavanaugh's daughters, and and I'm thinking to myself, well, what about this woman's sons?
Yeah.
Whether they're older or not. What about her sons that now have to deal with this, and the fact that their mother has put herself out there, not because she wanted to, but because she felt as though it was the right thing to do. You know what I mean? Now they're worried for their mother's safety, because now their mother is put out there as a liar, as this, that, and the third. And the Republicans are cracking me up how they're trying to act as if they are sympathetic to her.
Yeah, they don't care.
But you don't, because the things that they're saying in support of him is just like, well, how can you be sympathetic to her, but the stuff that you're saying is just like, but we're more sympathetic to him and his family.
Yeah.
It's like, huh?
Yeah, they're trying their best not to say the wrong thing.
Right. Yeah.
But
that's
the
what
blue
it
wave is coming anyway. So if y'all pushing right on through, y'all thought those women was having marches when Trump got into office the day after. It's going to be worse in November or whenever he's confirmed, because you got until October the 9th to register to vote, and in certain states you can register later. But everyone needs, if you are not registered to vote, you need to
October
register
9th.
to vote.
Let me post that right now.
Yeah, and in some states you can vote early, but find out what's going on. Make sure that you are registered, because again, if you haven't voted in a long time, some states have been purging names off the list. So go to iwillvote.com, check to see if you are registered. If you have moved, please update where you live and find out where the new polling place is where you can go vote. There's going to be a lot of people complaining about, oh, my name wasn't there, all this and that. To avoid all of that, please get on the ball right now. Just get on the ball. My things with the Supreme Court now is we see what's going on. We see that they just don't care and they don't give a fuck. As long as they're in power, they just don't give a fuck. And we cannot let this be history. We can't just let this keep going on and on and on. Someone has to step up, and it starts with us to say that we are not going to go with this. And to those Democrats who are afraid because you live in a Republican state, risk it all. Risk it all and vote no. You haven't even got an FBI investigation. He's not willing to, no one is willing to have their friends come forward. The people in this committee is not willing to have the friends come up and testify. How can we put someone in power with a big cloud like that over their head? That just wouldn't be right. And if it definitely was a Democrat, they would be going the fuck crazy right now. And it's just horrible. We've seen the character that Judge Kavanaugh has, and everything that he does is going to be like, to me, I think he's going to vote just for anything Republican. Anytime they come up with that abortion, he's going to vote if they try to fight it. But I don't think that's it's really a decision for the courts. I don't agree with abortions, but I would never ever vote on something like that. That's a woman's choice. She carries that baby for 9 months. That baby takes a toll on the body. Why would I tell a woman what she can't do? So, yeah, it's ridiculous, but we have to move on.
Yes.
Iyanla
Vanzant.
Yes.
With an S.
Yes.
And apostrophe S and an exclamation point and mark and yeah.
Everything.
Auntie Iyanla.
Yes.
Which, by the way, for those of you that don't know, Iyanla Vanzant was on the Skorpion Show a few years back. We interviewed her. So if you are new to the Skorpion Show and you have not seen that interview, check it out.
Yes. Or if you've seen it, go watch it again.
Go watch it again.
Go watch it again. So this week's episode of Braxton's Family Values, say Braxton's Fix My Life. Braxton's Family Values, Iyanla Vanzant was a guest on the show. And she has been there to help the sisters. Their sisterhood has been broken up because Tracy Braxton decided to continue to work for WeTV while the sisters had a walkout because they don't like what's going on working under their current contract with WeTV. They want more money. Basically they want more money, and they want a few other things to change that's going on within their contract and in their budget for the show.
Right.
But Tracy, like, bitch, I got a family. I need to keep working. The sister's like, okay, I don't mind us still working, but if you still wanted to work, why did you say yes to the walkout, but then you still showed up to work? So the sisters are basically in a disagreement with Tracy.
Right.
So while Tracy continues to work, WeTV finds cast members for her to work with, like Natalie Nunn and Lunel, which I seen in, it wasn't a bad episode. They had the little African workout person. He was there. Miss New York was on the show. Flavor Flav was on the show. Now, mind you, I didn't watch none of these episodes.
But you just know who was there.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
because when I watch this Braxton's Family Values, that's what I want to watch it for. The father was on a couple episodes, but I don't know. I don't know what WeTV was trying to do, but yeah. So, there's a couple episodes, the Braxtons, since they came back to the show. Tawana's like, girl, we need to have Iyanla on the show. And Iyanla came to their show. The Tamar, she really was not here for, Iyanla coming, but she's like, girl, I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna do the show. I'll do the interview. So we get to the day where Iyanla comes, and when Iyanla comes, I was really thrown off by Miss Evelyn Braxton's attitude, because back in the day I used to know the Braxtons. Shout out to Tawanda and Tracy and Trina and Miss Evelyn. That's a side I've never seen before. I've never seen that side of Miss Evelyn. Now I know she can get real spicy. If you start to act out of line, she can get you back in line. But when Iyanla was there, it was kind of like, bitch, I don't need you coming up in here fixing my family. Like, I don't even know why you here.
Not even fixing my family. I don't need you fixing me.
Yeah. Don't ask me why am I here. Why are you here?
Right.
I run this. But it was good to see that Iyanla had to pull Miss Evelyn back in. And it's something that was needed, that we needed to see, that Iyanla is not playing with them. And she went in there and showed Miss Evelyn, like, I'm not scared of you. You might not like what I said about you to Trina a couple months ago, but I'm here to do what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. But Iyanla was telling the truth. But see, the side of Miss Evelyn that we saw last night is the side that we've been seeing of Tamar for a very long time. And I just was like, wow, Miss Evelyn, really?
The defiance, the I don't need nobody to try to. But I've been saying this for the longest, and I've been saying this to Kevin. I've been saying this. Well, I started to see it in Miss Evelyn, and once I started to see it in Miss Evelyn, but once I started seeing it in Miss Evelyn, it was no turning back. That's when I started saying to myself, this is where Tamar gets it from. You know what I mean? First of all, her mother, Miss Evelyn, is still upset and, in my opinion, bitter over the relationship, over her marriage ending with Mr. Braxton all those years ago. And I understand that you were married to this man, you had these children, y'all had a family, he cheated on you, you know, but at some point, you have to move on. And as a Christian woman, she should know that. She should know that. Harboring all that bitterness in your heart against this man. Like, for instance, when he walked in the room,
she didn't even
get up to hug him. He went to hug, and she stuck her hand out. Hey, how you doing? And I'm like, huh? This is the man that you made all of these children with, and you gonna give him a handshake?
6 babies.
Like, I'm just like, huh? Like, who? You know, really? But you know what? Again, this is where, like Iyanla said, the fish stinks from the head on down.
Yeah, and remember we said that when we found out she was going there, she was going to say it.
Yeah.
That's a classic episode.
Yeah.
The fish stinks from the head to the
And she was right. And then Miss Evelyn, oh, I don't stink.
Girl, nobody asked you.
But you do stink. And it's not your body odor, it's your attitude odor. Your attitude stinks. You have a stinky attitude. And Iyanla said something to Tamar last night, and I gotta find that video. I gotta find the video when she says to Tamar,
your conduct diminishes your bitch.
Diminishes your or something like that.
Your attitude diminishes your words or something like that.
And I'm like, that is so true.
Yeah, basically it's not what you say.
It's how you saying it. And the whole time while Iyanla's talking, Tamar. And I mean, you would think that this was a child sitting in between her mother and father while this grown woman is trying to express why it is she is upset, because we all agreed that we would all be here at a certain time, and y'all had me waiting damn near 3 hours for the two of y'all. First of all, Tony Braxton and Tamar Braxton, what are y'all doing that y'all coming showing up 2 hours late?
That was 3.
No. And then Tony never even came inside when she pulled up.
No.
Because she didn't know what was going on inside. Nope. She stayed in the car and still remained on the phone.
Tony had an appointment. All this
that was still rude of Tony.
That was rude of all of them.
But you know what?
Because y'all all are messing up the process and fucking with Iyanla's time.
And fucking with her time. And you know what, Tony? Because you know what, Tony? You know, your sister Tamar, she got all the attention last night because of her conduct. But you too were wrong. Because how dare you have this woman waiting, and then when you finally do show up, you don't even go in the house. You still remain in the car on the phone.
To find out what's going on the inside.
Yeah, like I don't.
Because Tony probably ain't want no smoke with Iyanla.
Yeah, and it's
Iyanla
like,
was lighting them
on.
up.
It's like, it's so disrespectful. But you know what? Tamar went into that with a negative attitude towards Iyanla. Why? Because Tamar has a lot of minions surrounding her who has been telling her not so nice things about Iyanla. But see, the thing is, you're gonna always think negative about somebody who's gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah, and and you can see it from the beginning when they were saying
Tamar don't like for you to tell her the truth.
Yeah,
she likes for people to be surrounded her who's gonna, yes sir, ma'am. Yeah, but. Yeah,
but I want to go back to...
Yeah, you go back, because I'm about to go somewhere where I shouldn't go.
Yeah, don't. I wanted to get to the part where the family, was, especially Miss Evelyn was saying that, you know, we done tried this before. We done tried this a couple other times. Listen, therapy is not done just one time, okay? You have to keep going and going and going to show that you are willing to do the work and that you are willing to fix the problem that's going on. So when y'all deal with someone like Iyanla, you have to be ready, because she's going to dig at the roots. And Miss Evelyn Braxton and Michael Braxton are the fucking roots.
That's right.
And we are going to dig at these roots, and we are going to fix this problem. When the surgeon does surgery, the surgeon just doesn't fix one thing. He has to cut open dig and fix the problem that's going on so you can continue to live longer.
Yeah.
But if you only just want to wipe at the surface is only going to get dirty again. We have to go dig in there and repair what the fuck is the problem.
2219.
Yes. Don't try me. But you know, so she's like, y'all get this from somewhere. Now this is a big ass family.
Yeah. 2219.
A big family. So people doing things, it starts from somewhere, and it stinks from the head to Tamar, okay? So that's from Michael, Miss Evelyn, then down to the children, all the way down to Tamar. And then not only that, when they have their children, it's going to pass down to their children. Because look at the relationship that Trina has with her sons.
Yeah.
That we saw when she was on Iyanla Fix My Life. And it's no shade to Trina, because Trina was chasing the dream.
Yeah, she was.
Dream.
You were chasing a non-existing dream.
Well,
but it was a dream nonetheless.
Yes, but she went for it.
I dreamt a dream.
And look, she's still, and she, but it didn't
she
work
should have kept that
time.
dream when her eyes were closed. Because once she opened it up, reality set in, and they said no, 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 no.
But
no.
she got her children.
Yeah.
She's on TV every week. She gets a check.
And both of her sons seem like
She
they
got
don't know
arrested
what's
for
going
years.
on with her. You know what?
I'm not here to talk bad, but we're just saying.
But I'm saying, listen, neither one of her sons knew what the hell was going on.
But we got to get on Tawanda too, because she lets her husband still be in the picture. Remember, she dealt with him. Oh, I'm not married, but he, you know, say Marseille's a babysitter, but something's going on with that relationship. Why y'all just sticking together for the kids?
But I don't think they're sticking together no more.
Yeah,
but at that time
because
they were.
he was
yeah, at that
trying.
time, yeah, at that time they were.
And then Tracy getting cheated on all this time.
But you know what? I think
it's just a lot of things that they don't want to be.
Right.
I think a lot of them don't want to be like their
Mother and
parents.
father, right? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because I do think that with Tawanda and Andre, their children were very small.
Yeah.
And so I think that instead of them just
Breaking
up, we're gonna break up, but we'll still be in the house
But it
together.
don't help
Until, no,
nobody.
it doesn't help anybody. But see, that's why you live and you learn. And I think they both have learned from that situation.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it,
Who's buying Andre's books? Go ahead.
who's buying Trina's?
Don't do that. Don't do that. You buying Tracy's music? You're so shy. Did you even give it a listen?
Tracy got music out? Are you serious?
Yes.
Back to what
I
I was
didn't buy it. I mean, but I'm a stream. I'm going to stream it this weekend when I listen to the Carter 5.
See,
I will.
that is not a good combination.
I know.
That's like Chinese food and a milkshake. You don't eat Chinese food with a milkshake. And I did it one day, and I fucked my stomach
Oh,
up.
bitch.
I did it one day, and
Tell me about
I
it.
never do
I
that
mixed a lot with mine. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You know what?
And it was a cookie and cream milkshake with General Toast chicken. Why would I ever do that? I was stupid that day. Oh my God, I was so stupid.
Well, at least
And my
you
stomach,
got-
but thank God I made it home. But let me
Yeah.
taste, yeah. But back to them. What was Trina's song? If it ain't about the
If
party.
you ain't, that's my song, Party or Go Home.
Yeah, well, listen.
Somebody
Somebody
trying to
said.
make it feel bad.
Yeah. People is not, baby. Anyway, they said only 2 Braxtons of this family can be senators. Tamar and Tony.
Yes.
Listen, but with them, I think that it's unfortunate because each one of them, except for Tracy, has had divorces. Every last one of them. Tamar now, Tony, Trina, Tawanda, and Tracy. It seems like, you know, Tracy and her husband, they're holding on. But who's to say what's going to happen in a year or two? And I don't want to wish nothing like that.
I think they're going to stay together.
But see, I think it's also, too, again, the pattern from their parents. It's the pattern from their parents. And it's unfortunate because these women, you could tell they were so nervous when Iyanla said to them last night, go ahead, tell your mom how you really feel.
Yeah. They like,
But they didn't know if they should say it.
yeah, Trina's like, I would never disrespect my mom.
And it's not about disrespect.
But the truth is the truth.
Right. The truth is the truth.
Let me tell you something. I've always been telling my mom the truth, but you know now it's not hard, but it's not going to stick anymore to like what I say because it can go in one ear and right out the other. But when I had that time, I didn't let no thing slide. I was one of those children. I would get fucked up because I would always say shit that I wasn't supposed to say, and she said, your tongue is going to get you into a lot of trouble. So she was like, you need to know when to bite that tongue. I'll get fucked up all the time. But I've always been opinionated. And I'm always going to say what's right and what's wrong. And when I see how my childhood was different than how my nephews and stuff, especially with my nieces, if my nieces grew up in the time where I grew up, they would not be acting the way they act today. And
what the Bible says, spare the rod, spoil the child.
Yeah, and I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want nobody to be mad at me.
Because you know, a lot of people say, "Well, no, beatings don't."
Do you have?
Let me tell you something. The whooping that
Bitch.
my mother and father gave me, they worked. Okay, so maybe you ain't whooping them right.
Yeah.
Because the ones that Marcy and Mike laid on my ass.
Yeah. But you know what? I wasn't even. First of all, I hated whooping, so I wasn't.
Who liked them?
I wasn't even one of them children where you had to really
Whoop
beat me.
right.
All I had to do was probably slap the shit out of me because I did something
my mother and
stupid.
father didn't slap the shit. They
all
whooped.
that-
They whooped ass. It just was, I need to whoop your ass.
Well, maybe with my mom in her 50s when I was in my teenage years.
But it's nothing wrong. But you still were disciplined.
Yes.
These ones don't get disciplined.
Accordingly. Oh. And do you have? And then they say, do you have any kids?
Yeah.
Do you have any children? No, but if it did have children,
But it seems like I do because I seem like I'm always here with them.
Yeah. And one say, well, go ahead and fuck them up. But then I'm like, no, they are girls. They are grown. And I'm not putting my hands on nobody like that. But I did put a belt to one of them the other day. I took that belt and then I got a phone call. Yes, then I got a phone call.
From the mother?
No.
From the grandmother?
Yeah. Excuse me. No,
Excuse, right.
Yeah. You're not going to be here and you're not going to say whatever the fuck you want to say to me.
That's right.
Now, I might not be able to hit you, but I know something that can hit you.
Right.
That won't leave a mark.
And now she going to say don't.
Yeah.
Don't. But the mother had a problem.
No. She said fuck around.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All I got to do is hit you one time. Because then you start busting out crying. But you're not going to say whatever you want to say to me. And
that's the problem. Because the mother don't do it.
But see, some children can just be immune to it. You have to take away things.
But I don't think she's immune to it because she never got it.
Yeah, but you know
Some
what?
children are immune to ass whooping because they always get them. But she's never gotten it.
Yeah, now you're watching this video saying, I'm going to come to this house.
Well, listen, I ain't writing her for y'all, okay? I've been saying it for years. I'm going to write her. And you know who told me she should go ahead and do it?
Who? Shut up.
She did.
She's the one that don't need it.
And that would be, what Richard said, it would be about 2 weeks worth of episodes just with Nina.
When I came here last night.
And then don't introduce the rest of the family while Nina's sitting there, because the first you said, yeah, because
before you came in, last night when I came in, the right people I need to see.
The right people.
And I said what I had to say, and I said, listen, I'm not gonna argue with nobody. This is what it. You know, everybody that was dancing when you was dancing. Don't try to get me say no names.
No, it's okay.
Oh no, they won't. But you know they can't. Oh, but what about? Listen, we're talking about you and what I need from you. And this is what I need you to do.
That's right.
Now, I'm not going to argue with you, but I'm not going to just keep letting things slide.
Right.
Now, these coming months, these months is coming up, and this is what I need you to do. If you can't do it, just leave. You know? But they ain't going to do that. And then they be like, oh, you can't do that, that's wrong.
But it's okay.
But you know what? Y'all don't even know, but it's like grown, no, shut up, Kevin. But see, it's a lot.
You ain't got to explain to me. I know. You know, you ain't got to explain to me.
So I'll just be like, damn, you damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. It's like that rock in the hard place. Like, oh, God. Yeah,
so don't get into them things downstairs. It's... Oh, my God. I mean, it's so much on it, Kevin. It's like it should have been picked up.
But you know, why would you... Ah! I'm so mad.
And Kevin, and I guarantee you, they're going to walk past it.
Yeah. You know, I'd say they're not mine, so.
But they lucky it doesn't, you know.
But it's still
but
mess.
It's just,
bad. As y'all can see, as y'all can see, be a lot going on. But anyway, see, Iyanla, this is why I don't usually come here.
No, maybe you do.
But for the Braxtons, you know, it was good. And don't fuck with Iyanla's time. Yeah. And when Iyanla was talking about her time, she had a right to complain.
Yes, she did.
And Tamar had that "Not Today" Satan shirt on, and I'm just like, okay.
Just ignorant.
Yeah, but then I'm just like, girl, she got you together.
Right.
Your conduct diminishes your character.
You know, your conduct diminishes your...
Bitch, we still can't get a record.
Let me find that video.
Yeah. But I just, and then, you know, Iyanla had a right to complain about that part. But I was just trying to see the devil side. The real shady part that I saw is when they's like, we never give up and stuff like that. And she's like, oh, but your parents divorced. Now, Iyanla, that was shady as fuck. But everything else, where you try to do the team thing, building with them, about, you know, your family, let's talk about the family, this and that, stick together, no fighting, all of that. That was cool. But when you shaded the divorce, things just sometimes don't work out. And especially, you can't make it work out if you leave your family for another woman that's in the church. There's no coming back from that.
Yeah.
And she got I got to leave this church too. Oh my God, that's horrible. Anyway, so Bill Cosby has been sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison. And this is another thing where even me at one point, and I had to learn that you can't be questioning when people want to tell their story. Because I never heard stuff like this. Like, oh, 40 years? You know, he did this and he did that. But then, when you really look at how people are using their power against people, he is one of them people that use the power play, or I'll pay you off, just shut the fuck up, don't say nothing. I believe a lot of them got paid off from what he did to them. But money, no matter how much money you get, it doesn't take away your innocence of, you know, because some of them are virgins. It lives with you forever. It'll never go away. And that's why these women were coming forward. And when Hannibal Buress was talking about it, Bill Cosby, he set off a firestorm. But it took months to catch on because he was talking about it all the time. But when he came to Philly, you know how a certain reporter was there, and they started really talking about it and investigating this and talking about Bill Cosby, and they found out that there's only one person left that was within the statute of limitations, and she filed a civil case against Cosby. She got $3.4 million, and whatever went on during the depositions, those documents were sealed, but then those documents were unsealed because the judge said, well, Bill Cosby talk about people all the time and how they should act. Let's release his files. And there he admitted to giving Andrea Constein drugs. And, you know, now, since you got all these women coming forward, she was the only one who was within the statute of limitations. And I think it was only a limited amount of time left. And this DA said, we're going to go for it. And they went for it. They didn't get it the first time, but they got it the second time. And a lot of those women feel vindicated. Once they said guilty of all charges, I thought it would already be guilty. Like, what is there to discuss?
Right.
When he said that he did it. But then you start thinking, like, why would you keep going back to someone who does this to you? But people go back to an abuser all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Look at abusive relationships.
Yep.
When a lot of women go back to these men who beat them up time and time again, and we who don't get beat up, we try to figure out how on earth, but somewhere in their mind, they think that, oh, it's going to end.
Yeah. Because I love you, I'll never do it again.
And somewhere in some of those women's mind, they probably figure, well, this is Bill Cosby, and I can't, you know, because I can't really say anything because this is Bill Cosby, so maybe it'll just stop.
Yeah, I won't have.
You know what I mean?
And then, like, when you see what happened with Bill Cosby, and then you hear those stories about Harvey Weinstein with these women never working again, Les Moonves never working again, or ever having a show on CBS. These men use their power.
That's right.
To diminish a lot of women, and you better not have said anything. That's why they don't say anything.
Yeah.
And then it's like it happens everywhere, and then I have to go back to the home because, you know, things like that's supposed to be taboo. Oh, that's only for the family. You better not ever say anything. No, if I tell you this happened to me, you need to do something about it. You need to do something about it. You know. So it's just horrible for women and boys.
It's
all
unfortunate,
around.
but you know what? It's unfortunate because I agree that a lot of these white men who were accused of all this stuff are still walking free while Bill Cosby is in jail, and it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate.
And the only thing that they had that, because Bill Cosby had a case, otherwise it still would have been their word against his.
Because look at how it took. Look how long it took for him to finally go to jail. Because he admitted all this back in 2005.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So look how long it took them to finally get him in jail. That was a decade ago. 2005. That was what? 13 years ago.
But it happened 14 years ago.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it took some time. And it may take some time to get people like Matt Lauer in jail or people like Bill O'Reilly in jail. That doesn't happen overnight, just like it didn't happen overnight with Bill Cosby. See, the thing that people are forgetting is that while we all just heard about this situation with Bill Cosby about a year ago, but this is something that's been going on since 2005. And in 2005, I had no clue that Bill Cosby had admitted to drugging this woman.
And he admitted to it, and they still didn't even proceed the case. Whoever the DA was before, they said...
They still didn't do anything. Yeah. So Bill Cosby actually got a free ride for the past 13 years. A free ride for 13 years after he admitted back in 2005 of drugging this woman. But everybody is like, oh, well, I can't believe he's in jail and these people not. It doesn't happen overnight that way. Trust me, these other men are going to get their day in court. Something's going to happen. It may not happen this year. It may not happen next year. Look at Bill Cosby. It didn't happen in 2005. It didn't happen in 2006. It didn't happen in 2007. It didn't happen in 2008. It didn't happen in 2009. It didn't happen in 2010. It didn't happen in 2011. It didn't happen in 2012. It didn't happen in 2013. It didn't happen in 2014. It didn't happen in 2015. It didn't happen in 2016. It started coming about in 2017, and it finally happened in 2018. So don't think just because, oh, Bill Cosby went to jail the other day, that somehow, oh, this is just whites against black. Bill Cosby lived without having to pay the price for what he did and what he admitted to doing.
Over 50 years.
Over 50 years. And for the last 13 years, he got a free ride for stuff that he was doing for 50 plus years.
Yep. And so, Harvey Weinstein is next.
And Harvey Weinstein is next, Kevin. Because every time he turned around, it was a different person coming out with him. And he went to court.
Yeah, they got video.
Harvey Weinstein is next, y'all. So it may not happen when we want it to happen, but it's going to happen. You have to give it time. You have to give it time. I would agree with y'all if Bill Cosby never admitted anything in 2005 and it just came about in 2017 and he was thrown in jail this year, then I would say, you know what, y'all got a point. But y'all really don't have a point. Because this took 13 years just to put him in jail when he admitted to it 13 years ago.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So when I see people defending Bill Cosby and trying to compare him to the rest of these people, I'm like, are y'all really, do y'all understand that this man actually admitted to doing this?
Yeah, but you know, a lot of people take the money and run. But I guess that them getting Andrea Constand to come forward, Bill Cosby's going to jail for those other women because she already got paid. She already won one case. She won a civil case and a criminal case.
Well, listen,
that's unheard of.
Well, listen, let me tell you something. It's just like Nicole Simpson and Ron Brown. Their family still feel as though O.J. Simpson needs to go to jail for their murders. Because O.J. Simpson was in jail several times, but he was never in jail for their murders.
Yeah, we can believe that he did it, but you have to have proof. That's why if something happens to you, you need someone rapes you, get a rape kit so they can have their DNA already stored. Or if you know who it is, you document who did this and what time. You tell somebody that this happened. Don't wait. But I can't tell you how long to wait, but I say you should tell somebody. Or go to counselor and talk about it. See, this woman, Blase Ford, went to counselor and was talking about it. She has it as part of her testimony.
And that's what makes it even more credible is the fact that in 2012, years before Donald Trump was even president, years before he had even said that he was running for president, she had said that this happened to her by this man. That's why her story is even more credible, because we didn't know shit about no Brett Kavanaugh in 2012. We didn't know that Donald Trump was running for president in 2012. We didn't even think he was going to be taken serious in 2015.
And you know, I'm glad that as I got older, my opinions changed on so much. Because I remember times when I just be like, oh, you should have said something. You can go back in the old Skorpion Show videos. I'll be like, I just, you know, nobody will try to use it because, you know, I changed. And if you are one of those people that think like that, I hope that you go and do your research and watch some. You know what show really helped me? Law and Order SVU. That show is good because they pull a story from the headlines. They have their doctors on there, and they throw in that information about what goes on through a victim's mind and the criminal's mind when they do these sexual crime assaults and stuff like that. I encourage you to watch that or study up on it. It's all kinds of videos you can find on YouTube about why people don't come forward. Go listen to people's testimonies. But you cannot just sit there and just be like, oh, they're all doing this for money. People want justice. They want justice, and they deserve it. Because they, in their mind, someone has been holding power over them for so long. While you sleeping good at night.
While you sleeping good at night.
Yeah, but you still holding power over somebody else because of what you've done to them. And then they can't say nothing. Because then I can't work if I say something.
And you know what's interesting? The same people who are praising Bill Cosby are condemning Brett Kavanaugh. And I don't get it.
And you
because they're both accused of doing the same thing. So, and I just don't get it. You're praising Bill Cosby, but then you're saying how Brett Kavanaugh shouldn't be on the Supreme Court, and you're saying how he's such a bad person, but yet they both are being accused of the same thing.
And I'm going to even take it one more step further, because maybe I will have to apologize to this person, Monique, because she talked about how she's been vilified. She spoke up and she said things, and I've disagreed with a lot of things. But even with her stepping up and saying something, when's the last time you seen her like with a movie and a film? Because she's speaking up for herself and she's saying what's going on, and like now nobody don't want to fuck with her. And it's the same thing. This person touched me, this person did something to me, and now they can't work because, oh, she might say that somebody touched her on this set. No, we don't need that. We don't need to deal with that.
I get what you're saying with Monique, but
we shouldn't tie it, but
yeah.
I do think that
because I still think that, yeah, I agree. I totally agree with that whole speaking up thing, and shout out to Monique for speaking up. But I still think that,
but the way she does things,
yeah, is a little bit, yeah, because I could ride your train if you wasn't telling people to suck your dick. But see, you telling people to suck your dick, and it's like, come on, don't do that. You know what I mean? It's a better way to go about doing it. You're an adult just like they're an adult. You got a problem? Call them out. All four of y'all sit down and have a meeting. You know what I mean? Come to them woman to man to woman and act like adults. But to, oh, they can suck my dick, like, I would never. And I ain't never even met Oprah. Tell Oprah to suck my dick. I just wouldn't do that. I would never tell Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels to suck my dick. I would never do that. Yeah. I would never do that. Yeah, it's just something. It's just some things you don't do.
I think it's just her being frustrated.
You know what I mean? And like Iyanla said, your what? Your diminishes your whatever. Yeah. We're gonna find that quote. But yes, come on, Monique.
Your character diminishes your...
No, I don't think it was your character. It was your...
Find it. You still ain't find that video?
Somebody sent it to me in a DM and then I deleted it earlier.
Oh my God.
Jesus have mercy.
Here we go.
No. Your behavior diminishes your message.
Your behavior?
Why we couldn't remember that?
Yes, sir. Your behavior diminishes your message.
And
send that to me. Send it to me now. Send it to me now. Your behavior diminishes
your message.
Your message. There used to be this paper, this sign at my old job that says, God, now I can't think of it. But it was basically, yeah.
Another hair page followed me for what?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I can't think of what it said, but yeah. Did you send it?
Yeah, I sent it to you. So listen, we're gonna go. This video has all been about sexual assault. Now we didn't even get to Tamar's story next week. I don't know if they're going to reveal that.
But this was a good video.
Yes, it was. And I thank you all for watching. And for those who have been silent for so long and you still don't want to tell your story, there is a line that you can call. And I don't know the number, but I'm gonna make sure I put it in there for you. And they said the people that's been calling to talk about the sexual abuse that happened to them while that lady was testifying, it jumped up over 147%. Now, and people were calling into C-SPAN telling their stories. And the lady, she said she was 81 years old, and she had got raped in the 2nd grade by somebody who was in the 7th grade. And she was like, she finally just now like, oh, it's, just think of all those stories that people have to tell and they never told them because no one would believe them.
Yeah.
So if you are one of those people, I would say find somebody to talk to or get those emotions out. I don't know the right thing to tell you, but if you need counseling, get counseling, because I know we really don't talk about this as much, and we are men discussing this, but I hope that our words help somewhere in this video. Talking to you ladies, and talk, because more women than watch than men, but anybody who's been an abuse victim, step up, speak up, or find counseling. If you don't, I know a lot of people been holding things. You can hold things in, and then it can be a certain moment that somebody says something, and then it triggers for you. But please get some kind of counseling for it. And we're going to go. I want you all to have a great weekend. We will be back Monday night with the new video. Until then, we'll talk to y'all soon. Peace and love to you all.
Yeah, okay.
What you mean, yeah, okay? Just thinking it's out here big farting.